With my kids finally in bed and with me with my favorite cocktail in hand, let's talk about my top 5 DC characters that need a solo series right now, coming up right after this. What's up, comic book fans? My name is Bruce Moreau.
And I am Stephanie.
What's up, comic book fans? My name is Bruce Moreau and welcome to the channel and welcome to my first ever top 5 list. That's right, guys, we are talking about my top 5 DC characters that I think could use a little love right now. And these characters are not your heavy hitters. These are lesser known characters and some characters that aren't even around anymore, but I think they could use a little love right now in the DC universe. And this idea came about after reading Lois Lane. I think Lois Lane by Greg Rucka is an amazing book, and Lois Lane is not an important character. I didn't think I was going to like the book. I mainly picked it up because I thought the cover was really cool and it was written by Greg Rucka, and I am so glad that I did because that book is absolutely amazing. I love that book. It dives into a human that lives in a crazy superhero world. Yes, she is a big name in the DC universe, but you know, she's not really that interesting of a character, or at least she wasn't until I read this book. And these characters, I think, are in the same position. They're either not around anymore, or they're lesser known, and maybe they just need a little love or the right creative team. That's what I think they really need, just the right creative team in a mini or maxi series, and these books would be amazing. Yeah, so let's dive into my top 5 list right after you guys look down. Are you guys subscribed? No? Then what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so that way you guys are notified when I upload new content, also when I go live with my better half every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern on Comics and Beer. That's right, guys, it's a little show where Stephanie and I talk about the latest comic book news, we do giveaways, and we drink some beers. It's a great show, and you guys should definitely be tuning in if you're not. Also, just smash that like button, smash it, and let's dive into that top 5 list right now. In the number 5 slot, we have Kate Spencer, Manhunter. Guys, I fell in love with this character back, I believe, in 2004. She had a 38-issue arc, which was absolutely amazing. I loved this series. It was so good, and the main reason why I loved it was because she's human, and I absolutely love human superheroes. Yes, I love superheroes with powers, but when it comes down to it, I love human characters because there's more to them. They're human and they have human issues, and I think that's what sets these characters apart from a lot of the other big name superheroes. So I think she could use a little time. She's actually being used right now in the DC universe. She was in Event Leviathan, which was written by Brian Michael Bendis. They brought her back for a little part of that, and I think we could take her out of that and give her own little maxi series, and I think that'd be really cool. She's human, she's a federal prosecutor, she's a superhero, she is a divorced mom who's fighting for the custody of her son, and I think that would be super cool to take a deeper look into. Let's take a little magnifying glass and let's look into what makes Kate Spencer tick, what makes her who she is, and I think that would be really cool right now. Let's jump into the number 4. In the number 4 spot, we have Buddy Baker. I'm sure some of you know who that is, and some of you don't. Well, the people who don't, Buddy Baker is Animal Man. And I fell in love with this character back in 2011 when Jeff Lemire was writing Animal Man. Jeff Lemire is one of my favorite writers right now. He is so great, and he's been great for a very long time. And this Animal Man book was creepy, heartfelt, because it dealt a lot with Buddy Baker wanting to be a great husband and a great father, but also struggling to be a superhero at the same time because there's crazy stuff happening and he needed to help fight it. And it was twisted, man. Jeff Lemire did this great, crazy, dark, twisted story within a character that, you know, isn't used that often. And I think we need to bring that back. We need to take another look at Buddy Baker in the red. That's just the red is where he gets his powers. It's where the life comes from. There's the red, the green, the rot, and I believe there's 2 more that I can't think of off the top of my head. But these are great physical planes, or not physical planes, planes of existence that are crazy and cool, and I want to see more of it. Let's bring back the red, let's bring back Buddy Baker, and let's have another creepy, crazy story. Let's jump into my number 3. In the number 3 slot, guys, we have Harvey Bullock. And you're probably thinking to yourself, why Harvey Bullock? Why does Harvey Bullock need his own series? Well, after reading Lois Lane by Greg Rucka, I think we need to take a bigger or a deeper dive into the humans around the superheroes and what makes them tick. What makes them so interesting and cool? Why does Harvey stay in Gotham? Why does he stay a detective knowing and seeing the things that he has seen? How does he stay sane? How does he have a love interest? No? Does he have family? Does he have a kid that we don't know about? That's the reason why he's doing what he's doing. There are so many things about Harvey that we don't know because he's never had someone take a microphone and look at his life. At least not that I know. And I think that would be a really great story. I think Tom King would crush this. I think this would be an amazing Tom King book. And I really believe that after reading Vision, Vision was such an amazing book. That review will be coming to the channel pretty quickly, wink wink. But yeah, I think Tom King would absolutely crush this book in a maxi series. It'd be so great. What do you guys think? Does Harvey need a microphone put on him, or a microscope? I think he does. I think it'd be really cool. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think, and let's jump into my number 2. In the number 2 slot, we have another character that I found back in 2011 in a book called Shadow Pack. This character is Ragman. Ragman is such an amazing character. Ragman is Rory Regan. Rory Regan found this suit of patches, I believe in his house that used to be his father's. Now this suit of patches is pretty crazy. It's actually, each patch is a soul of a human. That's right. All these souls are the dirt bags, the dirtiest of the dirt. They are the lowest of the life people. Rapists, killers, molesters, just terrible people. The wearer uses a suit, goes and finds these people and absorbs them into the suit, and they become a patch. And these patches, the wearer can use or heighten their own abilities like strength, running, healing, all that kind of stuff by using the power of the patches, which I think is super cool. So he can be super strong, he can be super fast, he can be like, I think there's a little magic in there too. And also after using the souls so many times, it redeems the soul and allows the soul to go up to heaven, which I think is also another cool thing. But it also hurts the user to absorb someone because he's basically killing them, and it gives them nausea and headaches and all kinds of crazy stuff. And I think that would be a really cool thing to dive into and take a look at. I mean, a person who is absorbing people, that's crazy, right? Yeah, let's take a look at that. I think that'd be really cool. I just think it's a really cool idea, and maybe he doesn't need his own book. I'll admit that. Maybe this Ragman character doesn't need his own book, but he does need to be in Justice League Dark, guys. James Tynion, please add in Ragman into Justice League Dark. I think that'd be super, super cool. And yeah, it would heighten your already amazing roster and give it a little bit of a creepy tinge. Or maybe it doesn't need his own solo book. It could be a dark, twisted tale of this guy going out and basically killing bad guys and absorbing him into his suit, and him fighting with, like, you know, the morality of that. I think that'd be super, super cool. All right, guys, let's jump into my number 1. In the number 1 slot is a lesser known character. He hasn't been seen since, I think, 2013. He was originated or created in Outsiders. Outsiders is a book that started in 2011, and I fell in love with this book. This book was amazing. And this character is Shift. You're thinking, who the hell is Shift? Well, Shift is actually part of another superhero. This other superhero is Rex Manson, or Metamorpho. Metamorpho was in space for some reason and it fell to Earth. And in falling to Earth, a little piece of him fell off. And this little piece became sentient and became his own being, and this own being was Shift. And he was around for a while. The Outsiders found him and brought him into their ranks, and Metamorpho heard about this and was like, man, that looks a lot like me. Went over and found out that it was a part of him and asked Shift to be reabsorbed into him. And Shift was like, whoa, man, I don't want to do that. And so Metamorpho will let him be. Let him be his own character. And after finding out that he was actually part of someone else, he had some identity crisis. He didn't really know how to handle that, and a lot of his stuff was about that, finding out who you are. And I think a lot of us actually are doing that, especially when you're a younger person. You're trying to find out who you are, and I was definitely trying to find out who I was back in 2011. And this was a really cool book for me, a really cool character, I should say. And I think right now is a perfect time to bring this character back. Again, he at the end of the Outsiders book, he actually killed his girlfriend, which is pretty crazy. Shift has the ability to touch something and turn into it. So there was a really cool part in that book where he touched a can of root beer, or touched root beer, and his whole body turned into root beer, which is really cool. But he could also touch other things and turn them from like metal to a plant or something like that. And his girlfriend, Indigo, which was another character in The Outsiders, was a Brainiac bot. And she was sent to Earth to destroy Donna Troy. And she was good for a while, but then her programming kicked in and she fought the Outsiders and tried to kill them all. And Shift, the team damaged her a lot. And the good part of Indigo was able to take over and ask Shift, please turn me into human. But in doing so, would immediately kill her because there was so much damage to her body. Shift did it and struggled with doing that after the book and allowed himself to be absorbed back into Metamorpho so he wouldn't have to deal with the pain anymore, which is pretty deep. And I remember crying at this part when I read it. Yes, I cried over a comic, I know. But I think this character needs to come back out. I think we need another character that we can, fall in love with again. I think this character could still, struggle with identity, and, there is a whole community that is doing that right now, or could use a character to do that with, and that is the LGBT community. I think this character would be great for them, and great for us readers. I just think we need a character like Shift back in the DC universe. A lighthearted, loving character that, again, is just struggling to find out who he truly is, and I think that'd be perfect. He was perfect the way he is, but every character uses a little twist every now and then, and yeah, let's bring Shift back, guys. That is my #1 character that I think needs their own little mini or maxi series right now. And let's wrap this video up. Alright guys, that is my top 5 characters that I think need a little spotlight shown on them right now in a mini or maxi series. What did you guys think of my list? Do you guys agree with any of these characters? Do you guys have your own top 5 list that you guys think could use their own little light shined on them, their own little moment to shine? Let me know down in the comments below if you agree with me, you disagree with me, if you guys have your own top 5 list. I would love to hear what you guys think. Guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Before you guys sign off, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you hit that bell notification. And also, watch my last video. I was doing a giveaway, or I am doing a giveaway for another week and a half. Guys, you guys want to read Oblivion Song trade paperback #1? Well, watch that video. Find out how to enter. There's only 2 entries right now. A great chance to get. It's a great chance for you to win a cool book. Alright guys, that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.